Everybody, we're super excited to announce that we are going to be doing something called an environmental corner. This is because we are so passionate about what is happening in our country, in the USA. We want to give you, real-time facts. We want to give you what's happening in the news when it comes to our environment and what executive orders are being passed, and how that hurts our environment, because we want you to be informed, because we are also we're trying to be as informed as we can. So we really care about this. And so stick around for the end. We're going to have something called the Environmental Corner at the end of every one of our podcast episodes to talk about what's happening. If you have any questions, please reach out and ask us, talk to us about it. We want to talk to you guys about it. We want to give everybody all the information. Wesley's got so much information about the environment and our ecosystem. So we want to protect, we want to preserve. And so please stick around for that information on this episode. Rolling.
We're rolling.
Sound speeds.
What does that mean?
Sound speeds. It's a film term meaning we're recording.
That's
recording. Really it. I think they just want to make it sound cooler.
What do film people have to
change every name?
Change perfectly normal words from the dictionary.
I don't know. I think because they just want to sound cool, and they also want to make it feel like it's a club. So you have to learn the terms and terminologies to get in.
An exclusive club.
Yeah, and then they know who the green people are.
Oh, yeah.
Because if you don't know the terms, then they know that you don't know what you're talking about.
That's so stupid.
So then they are like, oh, well, you're new.
One of them.
You're a babe.
A wee lad.
But you know what, though? I just think in film, though, I worked my ass off to become who I am today.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm seeing all these cute little 20-something-year-olds saying they're a producer, and they've never worked their ass off. They've never been a set PA and had to earn the right to make $1,000 a day. Oh, your computer.
No, just unplugging the external hard drive. The charging cable for my Lenovo is done. The cord
dead.
The cord finally
Dead.
ripped through. And if you've ever had a Lenovo, they burn through batteries.
I'm a Mac girl.
Yeah, I just don't like the keyboards.
What if you got a MacBook Pro, which would be the same as you getting another one of those?
You know what? Then maybe we'll...
Oh, maybe we can talk?
No. Because it's a pain in the ass to use GIS applications on Macs.
Oh, is it?
Yes.
Really?
They're far more user-friendly and convenient on PCs.
Oh.
Yeah, I know.
Okay.
That's the world we live in.
Well, whatever.
Apple...
They're better with film.
Better with the artsy types.
Mm-hmm. Premiere. Mm-hmm.
Oh,
yeah. Mm-hmm.
I'll stick with my PCs.
Okay, I'll stick with my Macs. Once you go Mac, you don't go back.
Something like that.
Well, hello, everybody.
What's going on?
Welcome to our podcast.
Yeti.
Walks in the Base Camp. We're your
Talking.
host.
Wait, no.
Oh.
Remember, we have a new title.
Yes.
Silly rabbit.
You can start it.
Yeti walks into base camp talking.
Through.
Hiking.
Hey.
But we spell through THRU.
We're so cute.
See what we did there.
Ching.
I know.
Yes.
So yeah, this is our podcast. If this is your first time listening, welcome. We are a married couple. We have done multiple through hikes together. We're also ultra runners.
We haven't done an ultra in a while, but we need to this year.
Well, I mean, if we can't do a big through hike this year, we
We'll
might
do
as
a
well
race.
do a race.
It's true.
Yeah.
It's true.
We should.
I mean, Yeah. Yes. Yes, you're right. It's cheaper than through hiking.
It definitely
If you
is.
think of it, comparative.
Yeah. We've done the PCT back in 22, which is basically why we started this podcast in the first place. We also did the Tour de Mont Blanc, and this year recently we did the Arizona Trail, and we have about 160 miles left to go finish because
Long story.
norovirus.
Because norovirus. And then Wesley, Yeti Legs, did the Colorado Trail in 23.
I did.
He did in 22 days, 22 and a half days.
Something like that.
He was
three and a half weeks.
Moving and cruising.
Felt good.
I bet it did. Well, you also said you were really tired.
What then?
Yeah.
I was.
I mean, he had to get back, though.
Because we had to move.
He was forced into doing it in 22 days.
And she had bummed out my soldier. Your shoulder. She had bummed it out, and she had to have surgery. So.
Yeah, so he had to come back and help us move because I couldn't lift anything.
Oh yeah, and we have a husky. Her name is Loba.
Loba. Hi, sweet girl. She's literally sitting curled up right beside me. And it's adorable.
Sweet girl.
I know.
But yeah, we started the podcast to decompress our PCT journey. We're kind of doing it week by week. We did that for a while, and then we lost track of ourselves.
We lost the mission.
Crisis.
We went off the path of the through hike.
We started to do a lot of interviews with brands and awesome other hikers, but
which wasn't bad.
Which is not bad at all, but
no.
It's not what our podcast is about.
It was more so like when we were hiking the Arizona Trail, I told Wesley, I was like, if I were listening to her podcast, I would be feeling a little crazy because I want to know what continues to happen on the PCT, especially if that's where I started with this podcast.
Yeah.
And then I would be like, I've lost faith in these people because are they ever going to talk about it?
Don't lose faith in us. We're back.
We're back, baby.
And we'll finish our PCT story. And we'll continue to do all these fun interviews. We actually have one in the books already and one in the works come May with a really famous hiker.
Yeah.
An author hiker.
Excited about that one.
I know.
Yeah.
We would love to hear if you would ever be interested in book review episodes about hiking books.
Yeah, because apparently that's one we started doing.
Yeah, I don't know. Just sounds interesting.
Yeah.
Just a thought.
Yeah, it's a thought.
Well, I don't really have any big updates today other than...
Yeah.
What?
Wesley got promoted at his job to bar lead, you guys.
Yeah, from bartender to bar lead. That's...
Hey, I think if you know Wesley, you know that he gets promoted really fast in work. And it's truly because he's a nice person. He shows up on time, or actually he's early. He stays as long as he needs to, and he's excellent. Like, he makes sure everything's clean.
Yeah.
He's good to the customers. And so whenever he's in a job within, a few months, he always gets promoted.
Usually.
Yeah. And you think about how to make things better in your jobs. So, I'm very proud of him.
I was talking to my manager last night. I was like, it's really just because I give a shit. That's probably why.
That probably.
We need more people in the world that give a shit.
Honestly, you guys, rule of thumb.
Yeah.
If you just give a shit in your job, you will go far.
It's true.
It's very true.
So that's a big thing.
Yeah. He gets a raise. That's great for us right now.
Yeah, $4 an hour raise, which is not bad.
Hey, that's not bad.
No.
With tips.
I know.
He's going to be making as much as I do.
Like $40 an hour. It's really not bad.
That's how much I was making in my last job.
Yeah, I'll need all this extra money to repair this laptop.
Oh my God, seriously.
Big bless.
I guess we can just get you another laptop. Oh.
We'll see.
We've been trying to save.
I know. Yes, and saving for what? Who knows? We'll find out.
It's a mystery, but
know.
we feel the tug.
Yeah.
To save a shit ton of money.
Yep. I feel the tug.
Yeah. I don't have any updates, I think, other than we've had a headache today, and I'm hoping we're not getting sick.
Hopefully not, because I need that money.
Yeah. But, my birthday's next week.
Yeah, we're taking 3 days off of normal life to do fun stuff.
Yes, Wesley has a surprise. Shout out to Wesley. Huge brownie points, because I've told him our entire marriage how much my birthday means to me. And I feel super loved on my birthday because of my mother. She did this to me
Mhm.
my whole life and made me feel really special. And Wesley and I had to figure this out because I make him feel super special on his birthday and try to figure out like fun stuff to do. And then I had to have a conversation like, oh man,
Coming to Jesus.
I don't feel loved on my birthday or something. I can't remember. It was the first year, wasn't it?
Y'all,
Poor
one of my
Wesley.
birthdays, we were in Iceland on our anniversary trip. My birthday is like 10 days later.
It's perfect.
She got me a guided tour on one of the glaciers in Iceland. That was a lot of fun.
And then I made him a homemade meatloaf.
Yeah, we rented this little shack in the middle of nowhere, Iceland. And she made a meatloaf.
And I made a meatloaf.
Damn.
No, but yeah. So apparently this year, 5 years in, I'm excited. He told me, he said, I've got a surprise.
Yeah, we got some plans.
You just need to take these days off.
Yeah.
And that's all I know.
Yep.
I'm excited. Even
that's all she needs to know.
Yeah, I'm just excited because all I cared about was him putting in effort and thought into the day.
And whenever this episode releases, we'll be doing her birthday trip the very next day.
Oh boy.
So yeah, it'll be fun.
Yay.
I guess it depends on how much time we have left after we get through our PCT week 13. But there's a cool environmental topic we could talk about.
Ooh.
The executive order.
Oh, yeah, we could talk
for
about
more
that.
timber harvests. We could talk about that at the end.
Yeah, if you guys want to, so we want to start something new in the podcast. Pretty much, I'm naming it the Environmental Corner, and we want to talk about all things environment. We want to keep ourselves informed and other people informed about what is happening in the environment, what's happening in our country with the environment, because that's such a big topic for us, and we care so much about protecting it. So yes, I think I'd love to talk on that after we're done.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's hit on it.
Yeah. And just to clue you in, we are not Republican. So sorry.
Well, I don't even want to say it that way. We're not Trumpers.
We're not Trumpers.
Because I don't consider him Republican. I consider him his own genre of a person. I just don't consider him a GOP. I don't.
I consider him Hitler adjacent.
Oof.
Honestly.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know, we've voted Democratic and Republican in our lives. And if I could go back now, I would vote for Bernie Sanders every chance I
love
got.
Bernie. Bernie till the end.
Yes.
Yeah.
But we're not here to talk politics right now. We're here to talk PCT. So this is week 13. We are still in the darn high Sierras.
We're so close to being out of it, though.
Yeah. If you listen to our PCT week 12, we were basically in Yosemite Valley with Marie's sister and our brother-in-law. And before we get into this week 13, we need to talk about our drink of the choice.
Oh my God, you're right.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry. What are you drinking?
I'm drinking so this is a chocolate oatmeal stout.
Woo.
From Fink and Garth. This
Ooh.
is a Colorado brewery. It's about a 5%, so it's a good, you can drink 3 of them type of stout.
Well, hopefully that won't go up in price. Since it's a local beer.
Look, the fucking tequila and mezcal is about to all
You
go
guys
up
are
in price.
done if you love that shit.
Or Canadian whiskey.
Yeah, then you're done. Yeah.
And maple syrup.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Maple syrup.
Well, Canadian. You can still get it from
From Vermont.
U.S., but...
Yeah. Vermont's got some great maple syrup, yeah.
Yeah, Canada's got
But it's got the hookup.
the Mapleopoly on maple syrup.
The Mapleopoly.
Yep, that.
I am drinking, this is kind of exciting. I found it at our local liquor store. It's a white Malbec.
Yeah.
And I'm not a big white wine drinker. But I had salmon last night and I was like, I truly love to pair my wine with my food, and salmon just goes so well with a good white wine. So I found this white Malbec. It's the first ever made white Malbec. It's called Trevante is the name of the winery in Argentina. It's very good.
There you go.
I'm shooketh.
And on the topic of fish, I think I'm kind of leaning more towards farm-raised salmon here lately.
Yeah.
Or freshwater salmon because the mercury problems.
Yeah, I bought farm raised from Costco.
Good for you.
We're moving into glass No plastic. We're trying to cut plastic out completely
Yeah.
as much as we can. And
We're doing our best.
We're doing our best. Yeah. Sorry, my mic is, watch this. It's sinking.
Oh, I see. You got to tighten the little.
Is that what's happening?
Yeah, the little pivot arm right there. Ooh, this will be AJ.
Hang on. Stand by.
Editing this one. AJ, how you doing?
Hi, AJ.
Nice to meet you again.
We really need to give thanks to our editors at the end. We do that, but I just want to make sure we don't forget that.
We'll give more thanks. Give thanks with a grateful
knew you were
heart.
about to sing
Give
that.
thanks to the Holy One.
I knew you were about to sing that.
We both grew up Christian. I don't know if y'all knew that or not, but
I mentioned it in our last episode, actually.
did you?
Yeah, 'cause I talked about not feeling like I had a choice.
Well, I guess we're heathens now. We've strayed from the path of righteousness, apparently.
Yeah, that's a whole nother conversation.
Oh,
but
yeah.
I just, yeah. We'll talk about that
we'll
later.
Talk about
if
that
you have any
later.
questions, I'm open to talking about it. I really am.
You should do a deconstruction episode one day.
With Megan
Yeah,
and Amber.
Should, yeah.
Yeah. It's fascinating if you grow up in the church, like literally born into the church.
Yep.
It's a whole different experience than most people. But okay, now moving on to our PCT week 13.
This is day 85.
Day 85. This was a great day.
This is a 0 day in Yosemite Valley.
Honestly, okay, like I said, my little sister is my best friend. One of my best friends.
My best friend.
My best friend.
Like Jedi says it.
I love the way Jedi says it. And to get to see her and hang out with her and just be with her in physical in person because we talk on the phone all the time.
Let's get physical.
It was pretty great. And also Ryan getting to be there, Wesley getting to be there. We all get along.
Mm-hmm.
That was really lovely. But Amber and I took some time to just get to do a one-on-one quality time. We went hiking through Yosemite, and then we stumbled upon these deer that were just like hanging out. Like we went into this cute little meadow because Amber is obsessed with meadows.
Mm-hmm.
And so anytime we ever see a meadow when we're hiking, we will take a video and send it to her and be like, Amber, meadow.
Wait, is this before or after we all had our group hike?
This was before.
This is before?
I could have sworn this was before because we did it in the morning.
Okay.
Yeah, we did our meadow talk, like deep conversation talk in the morning, I thought. Because we didn't do LCAP or CLCAP until after we had done the hike.
Well, no one will know because we're telling our story. So it's whatever you want it to be.
That's true. But we had a cool hike, all 6 of us, our group.
Yeah. So it's the 2 of us, Amber and Amber's husband, and then
Amber's friend and her husband, because we do not paint him in a good light at all, which is fine.
Well, her name is Julia Childs.
Julia Childs.
And his name is Tesla. Because that's who he worked for.
At the time.
Tesla, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. We'll call him Tesla.
So it's the 6 of us. And
I forgot.
we do. Oh, I just want to talk bad about this
Wesley.
guy.
Okay, Wesley loves everyone that he pretty much comes across. So when he really doesn't like someone, there is a reason.
Yeah, he straight up disrespects his wife in front of other people, so he doesn't deserve any respect.
Like full on verbal abuse. Yeah.
Yeah, but also he's a little bitch because we went and did a little hike. And
it was this was like a power thing going on.
What was it, like 4 to 6 miles or something like that?
Yeah, and you know, we've been hiking the PCT. We're over 1,000 miles in now, and
yeah,
we're just doing.
And it's a cute little loop, but it takes you right below El Cap. And like, how often do you get to hike below El Cap?
Which was really cool, really, really iconic.
Yeah, and the view is great. I mean, there's of course a lot of people on this trail because it's Yosemite Valley. The place is packed.
Yeah.
And
we took some pictures underneath El Cap. All of us did.
Like great pictures.
It was fun.
And whenever we got to this one spot, it's just before you get to halfway. This little bitch nugget's like, it's too hot. I want to turn around and go back to camp.
It's really almost how he said it, too.
And we basically voted against him. And so he was forced to continue hiking on. And so we got to...
And he was mad.
He was a little bitch about it.
He made it very miserable for everyone because he kept complaining.
So we got to like halfway. which is maybe 15 minutes after he was outvoted. And halfway is a little bridge over a beautiful waterfall.
Yeah, so cute.
And we're like, oh, this is a great spot to have lunch. And so we all pull out our lunches, Julia Childs had made masubi. So we were eating that. And it was lovely. And all of a sudden, little bitch Nugget's like, the mosquitoes are really bad. And I'm sorry I'm doing this in a gay voice. I have many gay friends, but I kid you not, this is how the guy talked.
No, he did.
He really
talk
talked like
yeah.
this.
You should just call him Little Bitch Nugget instead of Tesla.
Okay, little bitch Nugget it is.
Yeah.
But he was complaining about the mosquitoes.
Which we've been we're like,
we really need to keep going. The mosquitoes are bad. I don't want to get Zika.
Oh, yeah.
Wrong coast, buddy. Wrong coast.
Oh, wait, that's right. It was at the waterfall. It was such a cute little spot.
Yeah.
And it wasn't that bad. The mosquitoes were not bad.
We're like, all you have to do, Ro, is stand on the bridge so that the draft keeps the mosquitoes off you, or find a sunny spot, stand in it.
That's what we mentioned, yeah.
Yeah.
But then he wanted to go. He was like,
like a little bitch.
He was like, no, I want to go back.
Yeah.
And so Wesley at this point is like, I can't stand this human.
Yep.
He killed our experience.
Killed the experience. But we're all continuing back. Really cool scenery. Like, there's like a garden full of stacked up rocks around here, which is cool.
It was.
But we all are going, and I think I see a shortcut on the map. I'm like, well, I've hiked over 1,000 miles. I know trails.
You're like, no, this is a shortcut.
And so Marie, being the devoted wife that she is,
I sided with
She sided
Wesley.
with me. And so we took this little side trail while the other 4 continued on.
Because, what's his name was like, no, this way's better. Like, you and him kind of got into it. And he's like, no, this way's better.
I'd have kicked his ass. I don't care.
And you were just like, well, we're going to go this way.
Yeah.
And so we did. Because also we didn't want to walk longer because this is our 0 day. I'm like, we've already walked. Like, I want to take a break on my 0 day.
But we do end up walking longer.
We do.
Sorry.
Yeah, we did. Yeah. Mm-hmm. He won on that one.
And telling the story puts me back into chronological order of what happens. You and Amber go and do your thing after we do this hike.
We did?
Yeah, because
I really thought it was in the morning.
Because we end up getting to camp because of my little quote unquote shortcut.
Oh, that's right. And you picked up the log. He goes
and on the way, I'm like, well, I'm not going to go pay $10 for firewood at the shop because we have some, but we need a little bit more firewood for the rest of the night. That way we don't have any leftovers. So
and also, you're not supposed to pick up anything.
You're not. But I'm like, this trail is my home right now. I'm going to pick up one little piece of wood.
Some log that was abandoned right there.
It wasn't even a log.
And no one was on this trail.
It was like a little bullion of wood, like a little piece of wood.
Yeah. But it was also just like on this abandoned trail that no one else was hiking that we found. And so Wesley's like, whatever, I'm going to take this cute little piece of wood for our fire tonight. And that's right. Amber and I thought we went, though, to get groceries. Because we went to go get our resupply. I went with Amber to get our resupply. Maybe that was in the morning or that was in the afternoon then.
No.
Did you? We both went to the resupply?
I think you've forgotten you and I did the resupply.
So that was in the morning then.
Yeah.
Okay. So then Amber and I did in the afternoon. We went. So Amber and I took the car and we went to a meadow and had like a cute one-on-one. And then we went to El Cap and we just lounged there and watched these climbers climb up El Cap. That was so cool.
Yeah.
And then we came back, but it was already dark.
You came back and it was kind of dark, and Ryan and I had already started dinner. We got a fire going, and
we missed all of it.
I'll be damned. That little log I picked up, it was an unassuming little loggy thing.
I mean, he walked it back.
I walked it back.
Like a half a mile, right? It was like a half mile.
Sat the log there. Then, after y'all are gone, Ryan and I try and start a fire. We get some kindling going. Fire's starting to go good. Perfect. I'm like, hey, I found this little log. Let's put this in the fire. It's a really good sized piece of fat lighter is what it is. And it starts to burn. And it's got a little bit of moisture in it, so it's smoking a little bit. And then I see an ant on the log, like a big black ant.
Like
and
a
then
juicy black
like a
ant.
juicy one. And then I see about 50, and then I see hundreds of ants. And this log was nowhere near an ant mound, but apparently they had made it a freaking home. And I felt so bad because there's nothing I could do. The log was already starting to burn, and the ants were literally melting whenever they were climbing out of the log because it was already that hot. And so this was just a massacre. So I need to pay penance the rest of my life for killing hundreds of ants.
You need to protect ants now, because I'm sure Trump's going to kill them all.
Even though ants are assholes, they still play an important
You know what?
ecological role.
That was a great analogy of what's happening to our ecosystem in America.
What?
The log and the ants. our environments and our national forests and our parks.
It would be a good analogy if I knew there were ants in the log and I put it on the fire anyways.
Oh, good point, because he knows there's ants in the log.
Yeah.
Like he knows what he's doing. Well, kind of. I don't think he okay, that's another conversation.
It's another conversation.
I don't think he realizes the ripple effect of what's going to happen. But okay.
But y'all did get back, and the fire
did.
was going good. We had a great dinner. I think.
Yes.
What did they make? It was a sausage bar.
It was
or something
really
like that.
good. I just remember that. It was like brats. Hamburger and brats, or just brats, but
I think
it was
hamburgers
good.
and brats.
Yeah.
Yep.
And it was so great because they all had like coolers full of food and beer and whiskey.
Like obscene amounts of alcohol. And Amber got lit this night.
She did. She was in the old-fashioned world, just drinking away.
To give you an idea of what Amber, the sister, looks
She's
like.
teeny tiny.
She is rail thin and tall.
She's like she is a ballerina.
Yeah.
So imagine a ballerina size. But no, she's my height. She's 5'4", 5'5".
Well, I guess the fact
not
that
that
she is
tall.
like rail thin makes her look taller.
I know, because I look short and fat. Yeah.
No,
I mean, okay, I don't
you
look
don't look fat.
Sorry.
You're muscular.
I don't look fat. I look. How my mother used to say,
I like
big
'em round.
boned. My mother used to say big boned.
Baby got back.
Yeah, there we go. Baby Got Back was like my theme song growing up because I got both my grandmother's asses. Thanks a lot, grandmas.
Both of them. So you got two.
Yeah, badonkadonks. Both of them have big ones too.
There you go.
I'm the only one in the family that got the hips.
Got some ham hocks.
It's better for grabbing, baby.
It's true. It's true.
So yes, that night I'm so glad actually I didn't see the massacre of ants, but when we came back they told us all about it.
It was traumatic.
I can only imagine it in my head.
And I think there was a bunch of people up late past curfew this night with like music.
They were being very loud. And we of course have hiker midnight. Like it's 9:00 and we're like, we're tired.
Yeah, we're in our tent already.
We're going to bed.
Yeah, so we were all sleeping in tents, by the way.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Julia Childs in Bitch Nugget had an above ground sleep system.
Dude, they
in
had
their
like
tent.
cots.
Yeah, they had like cots.
They
in
had
there.
a bougie setup.
That was nice.
They had I was like drooling.
I can't remember. Did Amber and Ryan, did they sleep on
Kind of like
blow-ups?
ours, yeah.
Okay.
I love that
Yeah.
Amber had consulted us about stuff to buy.
Yeah, they got a Nemo because of us.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
uh-huh.
You're welcome, Nemo equipment.
Yeah.
Next day, we are finally going to leave Yosemite Valley, though.
And I had a big conversation with Amber about how traumatized I was by all these water crossings. So I was really scared. I remember us having a conversation about that. I was like, I don't even know if I want to go back on trail. I'm so scared. Like I don't, you guys, it's looking back, it seems fine now. And I can do a water crossing now in a different way because of doing those. But I would shake. Like I had trauma. And those water crossings were no joke. And like, they're pretty terrifying. And when you see like rapids coming at you and then you see a drop off and you're like, holy shit, if I lose my balance right now, I could seriously be injured. And that's really scary. And so we had multiple crossings like that.
Yeah.
At this point in the trail for a couple weeks now. And so I'm kind of in this space of like, I don't even know if I want to, maybe I need another day. Can I go back out there? So honestly, having Amber to talk to about it and process with, and her just being there and listening to me and validating my experience was everything I needed. And so I remember when we got back on trail the next day, I was scared. I was scared. But I was like, well, let's just keep going and see what happens.
Mm-hmm. You were pissed at me for something, though.
Probably because we left late.
Yeah. Well, probably because we left late.
I was always pissed at Wesley because we would leave too late. Because Wesley, he doesn't have to, like, he's such a fast hiker. In his mind, it's like,
Yeah.
oh, we'll be fine.
I'm just cool like that.
You're super chill on trail.
Yeah.
You're
But
just like, do.
And I will say, this is the last thing I'll say about Bitch Nugget. And if this is how you treat your wives, y'all can fuck off. Be a real man.
That's right.
We were folding up, what was it? Was it a tablecloth, or they were folding up their tent?
They were folding up their tent, I think, or something.
Or something like that. And he was basically yelling at her because she wasn't folding the tent the way he wanted it done. In his head, that he didn't even communicate.
He was like, what are you doing? Yeah, we all stopped too. Like all of us, Amber, Ryan, everybody stopped. And we were like, holy shit, did he just yell at her?
Like,
and I was like, if you do that in front of people you don't even know, I would not want to know how you are behind closed doors.
Look, insecure white men, something about it. They just feel the need to be angry.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
I'm sure, like many other white men, I've even gone through phases myself where I felt like I had to be angry to compensate, but figure it out.
You better preach, baby. That's why I love you.
Preach.
You're a man. See, a real man can let women just be.
That's true.
He lets me be a powerhouse.
you can be the stallion, or excuse me, the mare that you need to be. I'll be the stallion. Go buck and run your meadows and come back.
That's right. That's right. And I want you to pursue your dreams too. And
I am.
I know.
Now I just got to find an area with job availability.
How to pursue that. Yeah.
Yeah.
But no, we got back on trail and said goodbye to Amber and Ryan. It was very sad.
Mm-hmm.
And
but parting is such sweet sorrow.
I know. But we were going to see them again. Because Amber
and Ashland
had wanted to hike with us for a few days. So we were planning for her to meet us at a very specific point and hike with us until Ashland. So I knew I was going to see Amber again, like a few weeks later.
No. She hiked out of Ashland with us, right?
I thought she hiked. Oh, no, you're right. Maybe she did hike out of Ashland, and then Ryan met us at some resort or campground area. Yes.
Yeah. So for those who don't know, we are in the Sierra Nevadas still. So we still have to go through the NorCal section.
Yeah. So we're still in California.
And then we're going to get to the NorCal Oregon border. And that's around where Ashland is. It's in.
Yes.
Is it technically NorCal still, or is it Oregon?
Ashland's in Oregon.
It is Oregon.
Yeah. Okay. It's Ashland, Oregon. Yeah. So I knew I was going to see Amber again. So it was like, oh, love you. I'll miss you, but we'll see each other in like a month or so.
Yeah.
So bye.
Bye. But we did have easy hiking this day.
We did.
We didn't even have 1,000 feet of gain. We hiked by Tuolumne Falls, which was epic.
Yeah.
I don't know if you remember the rainbow, because you were pretty angry about something this day.
The rainbow in the waterfall?
Yeah. So,
yeah, I remember that.
So it was raging and like spitting up a lot of
I do
mist.
remember that. Yeah, it was really pretty.
Rainbow. I have a picture of it.
Why was I so mad?
I'll put that on Patreon for our Patreon people.
Do it. I don't know why I was so mad.
Yeah. So still putting up photos and videos for our Patreon peeps. So if you would like those and you would like to be a part of the Patreon fam and maybe do some like meetups online, we would love to do that with you.
Yeah, and support our podcast too.
Yes.
I'm gonna unashamedly say it now. Like, if you want to support our podcast and keep this going, because we also do need that. We're trying to pay our editors. We would love for you to join our Patreon family. Yeah. And also we're dreaming into how to make Patreon better. So, and we would love ideas from people on how to make it better. What do you want to know and hear? And what can we do? But yes. Sorry. Shameless plug.
No.
Join our Patreon.
Because what I was going to say is, you know who is making our dream come alive? Our sponsor, Aquatabs. You like that?
That was funny.
Yep.
What a transition.
I know.
From arguing to Aquatabs.
We'll get right back to the PCT. And there were no other advertisements, so don't worry.
Right. Aquatabs, which, come to find out, Aquatabs is known. It's an umbrella with a company called Business Connect, trying to get their name out there because they're the ones who actually funnel Aquatabs. So,
Yep.
but we really love Aquatabs, you guys. It is absolutely incredible.
They saved us on the Arizona Trail.
I know we've said this every single episode, but we will not stop saying it. It saved our lives. We didn't get Giardia because of Aquatabs, and talk about cow ponds, bird poop ponds, whatever you can think of was on the Arizona Trail.
Yeah.
And so we're really thankful we had them. We think it's a great idea to have a second alternative to a water filtration device. And honestly, when you're through hiking or when you're backpacking, sometimes you're in a great groove. You don't want to stop. And sometimes I just look at Wes and be like, hey, babe, do you just want to tab it?
Just tab it.
Just tab it. And literally, if it was running, flowing water, we just fill up our water bottles, put in a chlorine tab, and keep going.
Yep.
And you wait 30 minutes. Done.
Bingo.
It's so simple.
And you
so
can be
easy.
the proud owner of a packet of Aquatabs. If you go onto their website, use the discount code Yeti Walks into Base Camp. That'll get you, 15% off, I believe?
15%.
Yeah, 15% off.
Yeah, so check it out, you guys. Seriously. We love them. We want to support them.
Because
Small
they
business.
support us.
Yes.
Yep.
Okay, so that day, I don't remember where we camped. Do you remember where we camped?
I didn't really make a note about where we camped. I track every single day that we hike on my Garmin watch, and I can go back and look at the map, but it's just a random mile marker. Like, there's nothing there.
Clearly, there was nothing iconic about this campsite because I don't remember anything about it.
But there was something iconic about the next day.
Yes.
Day 87.
Yes. And we, at this point, to paint a picture.
We're still doing derpy miles out of Yosemite Valley.
But to paint
big.
a picture, though, we are post-holing in stupid areas, and then we're going down and we're crossing rivers again, and we're in muddy water zones. Like, it's just wet feet all around.
The terrain is technical. Like, this is not a cruisy, dry trail.
No.
By any means.
No. And it's ice, it's post-hole, it's water, it's mud. It's just like all of them all combined in one place.
Yeah.
And in some of them were kind of sketchy spots, but
yeah, I mean,
we're still not out of the snow yet.
Some of the water crossings, honestly, you go through it to do it safely, and you take a risk by doing some, I won't even call them rock hops because they're boulder hops.
Yes.
At this point. So this is heading north out of Tuolumne Meadows.
And I think at this point, too, I feel like I was at the point where I was like, fuck all these water crossings. I'm so tired of this. So I'm just going to go through them at this point. Like, I just don't care anymore. My feet are wet. They're not going to dry. I have extra socks to dry out if I need to wear those socks the next day.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I would alternate between my socks drying out every day. And so for me, the water crossings became I'm just going to go through them. I'm not even going to try to rock hop. I'm not going to try to cross a log. I'm just going to go straight through the water.
And that's what you started to do, honestly.
Yeah, I was. And that felt a lot safer because it wasn't rapids.
It is safer.
Yeah. So then this day,
oh my God,
Wesley did not do something safe, and he's never done it again.
I've never done it again. And please do not do this. I do not recommend this at all.
Kids, don't do this at home.
Instead of taking the extra 45 seconds to get my water shoes, so my Crocs, off my pack and put them on, I decided to do a water crossing barefoot.
Good job.
This was a raging water crossing this particular day. And you were below me, a little bit further downstream, crossing probably in your shoes.
I think I was in my shoes. I was just like, it doesn't even matter.
And I took my shoes and socks off, and I had them in my hand. And I'm doing this water crossing, and I hit a patch of rocks with a bunch of algae growing on them. So really slippery stuff. And I slipped. And to this day, I don't know if I broke it or just severely sprained my middle toe on my right foot, but it's still a little gimpy to this day. So
Does
probably
it still have a little crooked in it?
No, but it aches on occasion.
No, does it?
So I probably broke it.
You've never told me that.
Yeah, it ached on the Colorado Trail.
Oh my gosh.
And it ached a little bit on the AZT, but not bad.
You never told me that.
Well, it's like a ghost pain, if nothing else. I don't know.
Well, I know it was definitely like
But I can move it and it bends now.
it
So,
was. Yeah, you couldn't. He couldn't bend it at all after it happened.
dude, it was purple, blue, and black.
Yes, it was, and it looked really bad. And I was like, "Do we need to get off trail and go to a hospital?" And he's
I
like,
was too stubborn.
"No."
However, I mean, this happened probably around mile 11 or so, and we ended up only doing 12.2 miles this day.
Yeah.
What was it? Matterhorn Creek is what I wrote down. We crossed Matterhorn Creek, and that's where we met two other hikers, a couple, 17 and Tap Tap.
They're from Australia.
Australia
from
or
Australia.
New Zealand?
No, Australia. Oh God, no, Australia.
Okay, Australia. Sorry.
The New Zealanders and Australians, if you like get them mixed up, they don't like that.
I thought, yeah.
It's
sorry.
like getting us and Canadians confused right now. I'm sure a Canadian would be pissed.
So sorry. But we
I'm
connected
sorry,
with
so
them.
many political jabs.
No,
I
no,
can't
no.
stop. I can't stop.
We connected with them because they had the same exact tent that we had. So at this point on the trail, we have the
literally
Nemo,
the exact same tent.
the Nemo Dagger 3-person, and this is before they came out with the new Osmos, which
Or heavier.
Are heavier, but are they like PFA free?
Yes, I think so. I think so. But they are heavier.
But yeah.
But they had the exact same one, 3-person and everything. And we were like, oh my God. Because didn't we pass them and we were like, holy shit, you have the Nemo Dagger 3-person?
Yeah.
Because we camped really close to where they were that night.
We did.
Yeah,
they
which was
hacked on just a
beautiful.
little bit further.
No, I thought we passed them, I thought.
No.
Maybe that was the next
It's
day
the next day.
Oh, okay. It was
Yeah.
No. It all runs together.
It's been, what, almost 3 years now?
Yeah.
Yeah, it'll be 3 years in May.
This year.
In May.
Whoa. That's crazy.
No.
So you have to excuse my brain.
Wait, no, yeah, this is May 31st.
Yes.
So end of May this year will be 3-year anniversary.
I do. What? Oh, our 3-year anniversary of the trail. I
Yeah.
thought you meant us. I was like, wait, no, this will be 5.
No, it's true.
I do remember Matterhorn Creek. It was beautiful.
It was.
But it was a creek, or it wasn't a creek, it was a river.
It was a river. It was deep.
It was very deep, and it went past my waist.
It was like thigh deep for
And
me.
I was like, damn it, I didn't know it was going to be this deep.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. And then I think, didn't we stop on the other side and dry our stuff out and have lunch or something?
We stopped on the other side. We dried out our tent. We had lunch, and we ended up camping over there.
Yes.
Because I didn't want to go any further because my foot.
I remember that now. Yes. And it was honestly a lovely campsite. It was a nice flat spot. There was a fire pit there, I think, too. We didn't do a fire, but did we?
No, we didn't do a fire.
No, but it was a really great campsite.
We only did like 2 fires on the PCT.
Yeah. Well, we had to be real careful. It was a very dry little tinderbox.
Yeah, one in a designated campground.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah. We did well on that.
one in the soggy Sierra.
Yes, it was very soggy.
Yeah, don't do that.
Well, it was fine. We had a raging river right beside us.
We really did, though.
So, okay.
But I called it this day because
Yes, I do remember that. So we just camped early.
Yeah, and I'll put a picture of this foot on Patreon
it's
for
so
our peeps
bad.
too.
Yeah, it's bad.
The sucker's purple.
Yeah. It was bad.
So yeah, a whopping 12.2 miles this day.
I'm sure I was like, no, I probably cared. No, okay. I know I get crazy about time and miles, but I care more about your health.
Yeah.
So I was probably more concerned about your foot at that point than getting miles in.
There was also justification for this too because after Matterhorn Creek, we had 2 passes, and one of them people kept leaving like really shady comments about how the trail takes you on a snowy ridge right above a river.
Yes. And we were like, well, we don't want to do that while it's melting and we just slide with our crampons on. We don't want to slide off the slant.
Yeah.
And so we were like, let's just camp now, get up early when it's frozen.
And of course the river was actually a creek.
Oh my God, yes.
But
it was a river then.
It was gushing.
It was a raging river. That's right. That's why we were like, it's fine. We'll just set ourselves up.
Which is what we did.
And we did it well. We actually did it great.
Yeah.
Because it was sketchy.
We got plenty of sleep. I took care of the foot that night. And
you did.
And as we do, got up early the next day. Is this the first day that we met Marmatrol?
And Bigfoot?
And Bigfoot.
because did we hike with all of them and 17 and Tap Tap across that section, the river section? Yes. So Mama Troll and Bigfoot, they're just amazing.
Should we describe these 4 people real quick?
Yes, let's describe them. Okay, so 17 and Tap Tap. 17, I would describe, they're close to our age.
He's like a 6'2", 6'3" Australian guy.
Yeah, with a beard.
Brown hair.
Super cool,
tall
super
and lanky.
chill.
Yeah.
And 17, the girl, she's kind of similar to my build a little bit, maybe a little bit smaller. But we're around the same age. I remember them being close to our age.
And they both have really high-paying jobs.
High-paying
She's
jobs.
an engineer.
She was a physicist, I thought.
Is that what it was?
I think she's a physicist.
Environmental physicist?
And he was like a business entrepreneur.
That's what it was.
Yeah. Maybe he was an engineer. But yeah. They had high-paying jobs, so they were like taking the entire year off. So we kind of bonded over that because we were talking about taking the whole year off too.
Yeah.
They lived in Australia, and super cool couple. And she was like so over the snow. She was like over it.
She was.
It was very funny.
And you know the Nemo tent that they had was the replacement. That was a loaner from Nemo, wasn't it?
Yes, because their zippers failed. And she told us, she said, if your zippers start failing, you need to get on that ASAP. And, well, we didn't listen.
I felt like that was a prelude to
things to come. It was an omen. But they were super cool. And then Mama Troll, he's this Scottish, just funny, in his 60s?
Yep. He's out there hiking in boots.
And he has a Scottish brogue accent.
Are you waiting for me to do something?
I don't know. I'm just waiting for you.
The fucking trails, fucking right there is fucking flooded.
Well, yeah, he cussed a lot.
Wait, did he?
I think he did.
I don't remember.
Poor Mama Troll. I feel bad now. I'm like, sorry if you didn't.
What I remember about Mom Troll is he did a shakedown hike later on with Bigfoot, which was funny.
They're very funny together.
Yes, they're quite funny.
And they met on the trail, Bigfoot and Mama Troll. And we'll explain Bigfoot in a second. But they met on the trail, but became like an old married couple.
Yeah, I would say Mama Troll is like. By the way, it's
Mama Troll,
not Marma.
But he would say Marma Troll because of his accent. Marma Troll, but
it's Mama.
So I'd be like, you're saying Mama Troll, Marma Troll, and you go Marma Troll, and I'm like Marma Troll, and you go Marma Troll.
Can you spell that?
Can you spell that, please?
Can you put it in a sentence?
Yeah.
But yeah, he's probably in his late 30s, 40s, somewhere in there.
Mama Troll? No, he was in his late 50s, early 60s.
Well, he was fit and he was a badass.
Very fit. I mean, he's done some of the crazy shit up in Scotland. Yeah. He's awesome.
With the midges?
The midges?
Boy.
But yeah, he was super fun and just like I don't know how to explain him other than it's like he was like the wind in the way that his personality was. Like he was light and crispy. He had these piercing blue eyes and he would just kind of cut up the shit with us. Like
Mama Troll?
He was just having a good old jolly time on trail. Like I don't know, he's a fun person.
He was like fun and grumpy and happy all at the same time.
All at the same time.
Yeah.
And then you have Bigfoot. Sweet Bigfoot.
6 foot, what?
6'6".
6
yeah,
foot 6.
Somewhere around there. Sorry, Bigfoot, if we got that wrong.
Yeah.
And he's in his 50s.
Yes, and he is like the head foreman for a contracting company. I think he owns it.
Probably.
Something like that.
Sorry, Bigfoot. We're going to get it wrong.
But super tall.
Yeah, and he's very smart, well-educated human.
His daughter was out there hiking the trail as well, but not with him. He was trying to catch her.
Yeah. He was semi-section hiking it. He hadn't started at the beginning, but he had come into the trail. But he was doing over 1,000 miles or something.
Dude, he was awesome.
Yeah, amazing man. Just a super sweet, softy human. I don't even know how he got the name Bigfoot. I don't even know how these people got their name.
He had huge feet.
Is that why he got Bigfoot?
I believe so.
Did he have like size 16 foot or something?
And he was just tall.
He was super tall.
But, the name was also kind of fitting because he had and has, I would assume still, a back issue. And so he was.
Wait, was this on this week that this happened with his back?
No, it happened.
Sweet
It
Bigfoot.
happened after Kennedy Meadows
Okay.
North.
Okay. Well, he told us about his back issue.
This will be the next week.
Yeah. Okay.
But he told us about a back issue, and I guess usually whenever you see like a Bigfoot or a Yeti sticker, like they're kind of hunched over a little bit.
I didn't even think about that.
That also fits the profile.
Yeah, because he would hunch over because his back would get kind of locked.
Yeah, so he was Bigfoot and I was Yeti, and
You guys bonded.
We bonded.
He's just a sweet human.
I
Truly
love
a
that guy.
kind soul.
We still keep up with him.
We
today.
do. We do.
But yeah, he had white hair, wore glasses.
Yeah.
Super fun.
Also, just a fun dude, and we've got some fun stories with him once we get to Sonora Pass.
And there was Mud Skipper, but I don't really.
He was kind of like.
He was an odd bird.
He was like a pirate.
Yeah.
Like, he didn't have any loyalties to anyone.
No. I just remember him saying that he enjoyed connecting with young people.
Did that freak you out? Because he was in his 50s.
No, I mean, I think maybe he's just trying to relive his glory days or
Mm-hmm.
vicariously live through younger folk. Because he was married. His wife just didn't hike with him.
Oh, wow. I totally didn't realize
Yeah,
that.
his name was Mud Skipper. So Mud Skipper, Mama Troll, and Bigfoot were all hiking together.
So we met all of them.
Yes.
The next day.
On this day, as we're doing 2 passes today.
2 passes.
Benson and CV.
And we met them on the Benson part, I thought, because we all did it together.
We did.
Because you kind of led the way, because everybody was freaked out.
What is up with me leading the way on like sketchy shit?
I think it's because you're a calm leader. Like, you create a calmness around people when in crisis. Which is probably why he and I get along so well in moments of crisis, is he calms me down.
Yeah.
I elevate and he calms it.
If we ever come across a grizzly, we'll see how I respond to that situation.
I feel like you'll be very level-headed.
Uh-huh.
I really do. I think you're going to be very level-headed when that day comes, because I'm sure we'll see a grizzly.
Yeah.
He's always been calm with moose. You've always been calm in moments with nature where it feels like a very high stakes moment.
Mm-hmm.
You've always been very calm.
You're right.
You have.
Now that I
been.
think about it.
Yeah, that's just how you are. Like, in moments of high stakes, even in life, if we're going through a very scary moment, hiking, you're very level-headed. I'm the one who's panicking.
Maybe that's why I get promoted to bar lead.
Probably. I'm over there, like, literally freaking out.
Yeah.
Or I'm not even, well, I guess it depends, because on Glen Pass, I wasn't freaking out. I let you take the lead, and I was over there just praying that you didn't slip and fall down the 500-foot drop as you created the footpath.
Even Cucumber was like, yeah, I was sweating.
Dude, I think we all were sweating, but watching you create the boot pack, I was like, oh God, oh God, oh God. That was very scary.
We made it.
But I didn't show it, right?
No.
I was just internally a tornado. And I think in moments like that, I'm internally a tornado, except for Bishop Pass, where I truly panicked. Because I was stuck and I needed you to get me out.
Bishop Pass was panic-worthy.
Panic attack worthy, yes. But no, I think in that moment, you led because you're very level-headed and you're able to make clear decisions in a high-stakes moment. Whereas a lot of people like me might see red and be like, crap, what do I do right now?
I'll take that. It's a compliment, right?
Yeah. You're a good leader in very scary moments.
I'll take that.
You rise to the occasion and you keep everybody level-headed. Yes.
So we did. I led the way. I trailblazed.
Also, this was a sketchy ass spot.
Yeah. So imagine a little bit of trail that is snow covered, but also you're probably, I don't know, 10, 15, 20 feet, depending on where you are, above this quote unquote creek, which is basically a really gushing river. It was called Rancheria Creek. And the problem with this is that this stretch of trail, the trees were also growing on the hillside of the trail. And so you had all these knotted, gnarly roots like obstructing your trail. And since it's all snow covered, if you stepped in a bad spot, you could step in like an air gap underneath one of the roots and you could
Take you
it'll
down.
take you down, break your ankle, something.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So, and also it was a pretty vertical drop to the river. Like,
Yeah.
I remember our feet being like slanted on this river in certain spots, or this slope. I mean, it was a slope we were on, and there's no trail. It's still snow covered. So we're just, I think we had micro spikes at this point. Did we still have our crampons?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, that's why we felt more confident to do it, because everybody did not feel confident.
I would classify this as a stream type A on the Rossgen classification.
What does that even mean?
Slightly V-notched, highly confined, steep slope.
Can you break it down, like, for dummies? Like, do you have a scientific dummy?
Dangerous and unnavigable. I'm sure it's fine in the summer, but
yeah, but
in May it was not.
No, when it's still snow covered, it's a little sketch. But that was Benson Pass area.
Yeah, Benson CV.
Was that going down Benson Pass?
So that's between Benson and CV, because whenever you're climbing CV, like, you get away from Rancheria Creek, and the snow becomes like patchy.
Yeah, it was pretty lovely.
And you had a lot more exposed rock, so it was hotter and there was no snow on it.
It was so nice. I was like, oh my God, we're finally hitting a pass with no snow on it.
And that's where we camped up there. It was just past 17 and Tap Tap.
Yeah, and it was gorgeous. Oh my gosh, it was amazing.
Yeah,
there
were like 2 or 3 little miniature lakes up there.
Yeah,
kind of cool.
It was a really beautiful area. I remember
Top
CV.
of CV.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, that was what a reward for that day.
It was a reward.
Mm-hmm.
And then it was a little sketchy going down CV Pass as well. Do you remember this day? This is the day we got to Dorothy Lake.
Well, I remember Dorothy Lake.
Yeah. I don't remember anything notable about
that day,
the CV descent, but I do remember that this day, like, there's a lot of patchy snow. And I think this is also the day where we had the rock hop that was submerged in water. And you could see the rocks, but you're just going through it. But anyways, I think what I remember most about this day is that we were just literally wading through trail half the day.
Oh, yeah. Like, it was just water.
Yeah, like not even
snow. There was no trail.
It was just flooded.
It was just completely flooded.
Yeah.
I mean, our feet were soaked that day. I do remember that, yes.
Yeah, it's just one of those days where you just give up the hope of having dry feet.
Yeah. Yeah. And then I remember Dorothy Lake was adorable. It was still ice covered.
Yeah, most of the lake was still ice covered. There were a few spots that were
starting to thaw.
That had already thawed because, we pulled water from the lake.
But not a lot. I just remember it not being...
It was full of bugs because it was on the shore. Everything else was frozen.
I was surprised how frozen it still was at that point. But
yeah, me too.
Camped in a cute little camp spot by the lake.
Yeah.
And it was freezing.
It was fucking cold.
It was so cold that night.
We talked about doing a fire because it was so cold, but it was windy as well.
Oh, so yeah, that's right. We decided not to.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it was so cold that night.
And I think what was meaningful about this place is because my best friend, Dorothy, it reminded us of her.
Yeah.
So Dorothy Alton, BFFs. She lives in Ireland now. Good on you. Good on you.
She's amazing, and she's just one of those people. She is your cheerleader. Like,
yeah,
there's those people in life when you're really just having a hard day. There's like that person you want to call because you know that they're rooting for you in life. It's her. It's Dorothy. It's Dee. She's the best human in the world, and we wish all the best things on her in life. And she does have a great life right now.
Yeah, she does.
But. Weren't we going to do, was it Dorothy Pass the next day?
Yeah, it's just past Dorothy Lake. So this day this is what, day 89. So this is day 5 into this week.
Yeah.
This is our biggest day of a whopping 22 miles.
It was a lot. Those were harder in days though.
They were. And we did just over 4,000 feet in gain. So, it wasn't easy. And like I said, the trail was flooded.
Yeah. And we still had technical stuff, and we climbed No, we didn't climb 2 passes that day. Never mind. It was just
Dorothy.
Flooded.
Just Dorothy?
And it was honestly through the Sierra Nevadas, we could not get a groove to even do 20-mile days because we're constantly in snow and rivers and ice and water and mud and snow and river.
Yeah, the groove was hard.
There was no groove in the Sierras.
Yeah.
So that's why we were doing such low mileage days.
It's true.
Yeah. But The next day,
Do we have any better transitions the next day? How can we do this?
I don't know.
Hmm.
We could do a certain sound graphic that could switch it to the next day.
And on the morrow of day 90,
Okay.
we woke up to little. Wow, I've lost my rhythm. We woke up to crystals on the inside of our tent.
Yes,
With
because
each
it was
little-
so cold.
With each shudder of our sleeping bag, little crystals fell on us, melting on our noses and slightly dampening our sleeping bags.
Yes, yes. Okay,
Oh.
keep going.
Let's see. We slept in this day. We could see the sun peeking over the ridge.
We needed sunshine just to get out of bed.
We could see the sun peeking over the eastern ridge, warming us slowly, 1 inch at a time.
I know Wesley just wants a fire crackling beside him. Oh no! Did your computer just
My computer died.
Oh no!
It's okay because I remembered what the next 2 days were.
Okay, that's good.
But anyways, the sun, we didn't have to, but we wanted to wait for the sun to peek over the mountain to start warming us up because it was so cold. And we were kind of getting sick of being wet and cold in the Sierras. But such is life in May in the Sierra, go figure. But now this is the beginning of June. And we basically hike up and over Dorothy Pass, which was nothing exceptional. It was just another pass. We've done, I don't know, 15 passes by this point, it feels like. And really, the goal today is to get as close as possible to Sonora Pass. Now, sometimes on the PCT, you see a pass, and it's not an actual pass in the middle of nowhere. Sometimes those passes are roads. And that is definitely more so the case in the northern Sierras, NorCal area. So Sonora Pass is actually a road, but you have to get up and over Dorothy Pass, which is in the middle of nowhere. And then you have to navigate a lot of difficult terrain and get up on this thing called the Sonora Ridge, completely exposed, except for a few Krumholtz trees. When I say Krumholtz, so I don't remember the species of tree that was growing up there, some type of pine, most likely. But Krumholtz is whenever you're really close to or above tree line and you have like these really harsh adverse conditions. It's also really windy. And did you bring me a beer? Oh, well, thank you. And Krumholtz is basically a condition where you have like these distorted, kind of twisted versions of what a tree would abnormally be. So normally you have the tree in its normal form, but Krumholtz is like a twisted, kind of gnarly, stressed version of that tree. So there's a little bit of tree biology / ecology for you. But I also really wish I knew what kind of trees those were. You know, I actually really wish I knew what trees we were hiking through in all of the Sierra, because now that I know what I know about trees, we were hiking through some pretty rare ones.
Epic ones.
Some
yeah.
foxtail pines, ponderosas. I mean, bigger than you are wide, unless you're like a really hefty person.
Like 400 pounds. Like,
yeah,
these things were huge.
Sequoias. And then whenever
Yeah.
we got to the old growth forest in Oregon and Washington, man, why wasn't I an ecologist back then?
Because you just didn't know what you didn't know.
I would have
yet.
been like jizzing over all these
He
trees.
would have, because when we got to the Arizona Trail, he was jizzing about certain trees. He was like, "Oh my God, we're in spruce." I'm like, "What?"
I was so shocked to see aspen in Arizona, y'all. You don't even know.
I learned a lot on the Arizona Trail just through Wesley. He was like, I had no idea about certain things.
Ecology time with Wesley.
Is that what you just gave them when I went to the bathroom?
So I was just talking about Krumholtz, which
ecology time with Wesley, yeah.
Yeah, which is a condition
Oh.
of trees that you see like really close to tree line.
Yeah.
You know, and you'll see them here in Colorado too. Think some of the pines and some of the firs and spruce that we see, but whenever you get really close to tree line, they're like kind of twisted and gnarly looking.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Like
so that's Krumholtz. It's like a stressed version
Krumholtz
of a tree.
Sounds like a Harry Potter name.
Due to environmental conditions.
Oh.
Yeah.
Ecology time with Yeti.
Yeah. But no, I was explaining that we, on this specific day, we were trying to get as close as possible to Sonora Pass, which is a road,
Yes.
but we had to get over Dorothy Pass and then climb Sonora Ridge.
Yes.
Yeah.
Um,
I don't remember much until we had lunch. Got up and over Dorothy, hiked. We met up with a few other hikers.
we ran into Mama Troll and Bigfoot.
We ran back into them at some point, but we had lunch. And I look back on this now, and I don't know, we had decided to have lunch by this really like nice old tree, and it was surrounded by these little shrubs, and we actually put our sleeping pads, like the foam pads, on the shrubs. And now
Did
looking back on it,
we?
I'm like, why did we do
I'm
that?
so
We could have killed them.
sorry,
We could have killed them.
shrubs. Oh no.
So sorry. But that's what I remember. And then we had basically a climb, a downhill, and then Sonora Ridge.
All I remember about that day in my brain, I remember running back into Mama Troll and Bigfoot because they were having lunch. And then I remember they passed us at our lunch. And we said, okay, we'll see you guys at some point in Mudskipper. We don't know where 17 and Tap Tap are at this point.
They're slower hikers anyways.
They were behind us at this point, yeah.
Yeah.
And I remember
Remember.
the gargantuan of Sonora Ridge.
Yeah.
Because I didn't think we still had our crampons at this point. Because I didn't feel safe crossing that traverse at all.
I just want to paint the picture of where we are. So we've gone through like overflown, flooded creeks, and rivers in the woods, and now we have traversed this red, rocky, ridgy outcropping. We've gone back down. We've had to do a few more water crossings in the woods, and now we see nothing but
white.
No.
Nothing but a mountain.
You see like this massive
mountain,
black stone mountain. It's like something from an Icelandic landscape.
It looked Icelandic,
and it was frosted with snow. And of course, where the actual trail was some of the only area on this entire ridge with fucking snow on it.
Yes, and so maybe we did not. Maybe we actually did give up our crampons at this point. No, we did. We gave them to Amber and Ryan at this point. Because that's why when we did that sketchy ass part with the river, that's why it was so sketchy. Is because we didn't have any grip to keep us on the slope. We were hoping that we would be okay. So when we get to this Sonora Ridge, I started curling up inside in my safety world because you can see there is a huge ass drop. I'm talking like you're having to traverse this long ass like 0.2, 0.3 traverse with snow on it. And we're watching people doing it, but it did not look safe. Like it looked like one of those things where if you slip, there's an ice chute going straight down this thing. And so your alternative, we watched Audible and Frenchie. So we ran into Audible and Frenchie. Who have we even mentioned them yet? Because we started hiking with them later.
We have not mentioned them. It's people that we have like basically leapfrogged with throughout the trail.
Should we even talk about them?
No, we definitely should
because they're iconic.
If you describe Frenchie, I'll describe Audible.
Okay, Frenchie is from France. Truly, she has this French accent, and she is just the coolest girl.
Middle-aged.
She's like our age, I thought. Well, no, she's a little older. She's probably in her late 30s at this point.
Yeah.
And she's got this like wavy blonde, crazy brave hair. And she has this like over her sun shirt is like too big for her. Like imagine her who's like an extra small and she has a size medium to large on.
She's lost weight and the sun shirt stretched out.
Yeah. So it's like swallowing her. And she's just such a kind soul. Very, very kind, person that you could just sit with and she'd want to know who you are, what's your life story kind of person. So that's Frenchie.
Audible. He lacks golden blonde brave hair because he doesn't have any hair.
Bald.
But he makes up for the character and the fact that he wears a kilt whenever he hikes.
And he smoked all the time.
All the time. And when I say kilt, I don't mean like one of those cute hiking kilts. It was full on plaid, wasn't it?
Yes.
Full on plaid.
Full on.
Wait.
With a sun shirt.
Or was it plaid or was it one of these purple rain skirts?
No. It was plaid.
Okay.
Yes. And he had a sun shirt with it.
Good for him.
And they were all super fast hikers.
They were.
But the reason we kept leapfrogging with them and then we start leapfrogging
is because he took so many smoke breaks.
from this point forward is because of his smoke breaks. And they joked about it.
Yeah. I remember this.
But they were super cool. And Audible was like his personality. He's a nurse.
He's a nurse. Yeah.
And he was just very, I don't know, what is the term for Audible?
He is gruffy until you get to know him.
And then he's a softy in the
he's
inside.
Softy.
He's your best friend.
And he got his name because he listens to so many audiobooks.
Yes.
Yeah. That's how.
I forgot that because we saw them. So now that we've introduced them, and they hiked the entire trail together. And I was like, are they a couple? Is it a tromance? We could never figure it out.
And every once in a while you would see Audible and you'd talk to him and he wouldn't respond. You'd be like, oh, he's got his headphones in. Listening to a damn audiobook.
Yes, it was very funny. But we see them. So on Sonora Ridge, we see some people traversing across this very sketchy ass snowshoot. And then we see Audible and Frenchie, and they're at the top. They're at the very top of the ridge. So they climbed the boulders. They just bouldered up the ridge. And then they took the ridge all the way across to avoid the snow.
The top of the ridge. So not the side where the actual trail was.
No, the top.
Yeah.
So that's what we decided to do.
Yeah. And you know what? It worked out.
Honestly, I think it was safer than going down the ice chute.
I think so. And it just so happened that the top of that ridge area also was just within the boundaries of a mountain military training zone. And picked up one of many blacked out rifle shells. Which was kind of cool to see all blacked out shells like that. Yeah.
But we ended up bouldering up the top to the very, very top of the ridge. So it was like on the left side before you started the ice chute was where the boulders were. And we did that. We pretty much were on our hands and knees just crawling up it.
Yeah.
It was quite fun.
I do remember Old Lady and Candy Salad Moonbeam were behind us.
They were behind us because they decided to do the same thing as us. They saw us doing it. And we get to the ridge. We go around it. So we like get to this top of it, and holy shit. Honestly, that view is probably one of my most favorite views on the trail besides like Goat Rocks and Sierra Nevadas.
AJ, this is where you need to cue some Viking music and just let it play for like 5 seconds.
This is where, so when you look out, it looks like Iceland. It was volcano looking just all around you. The sun was going down behind the mountain and the skies were like this little grayish. It was the most beautiful, eerie feeling because a storm was blowing in.
It was very eerie because the sun was setting, like she said, and we had to find a spot to camp.
And a storm was blowing in.
Yeah.
And we realized we're not going to get to the town yet because we're 17 miles away or 15 miles away from town.
A good while.
We're still a good while. The sun's starting to go down. And we do read in the comments that there is a cute little haven in this ridge. So this is a huge ridge. So if you know Alpine World, this is like exposed world.
Super exposed, sharp, jagged rock.
Yeah, there's no trees. And sometimes in Alpine, you'll come across a few trees.
The Krumholtz trees that I was talking about.
The Krumholtz trees. And so that is what we found.
Yeah. So we did climb to the top of the ridge, and probably to reconnect to the actual PCT, it was about a half mile, which we did. And then the trail takes you literally on this Sonora Ridge, on the side of the ridge for, 5 miles.
It was super windy.
And we knew that Bigfoot and Mama Troll and Mud Skipper were ahead of us. And they said that they would like try and save a spot for us to camp
Yes, because we did see that people were saying there were campsites in this one little pocket
of trees
inside the ridge.
Yeah.
So we were hoping that there was still a spot. And having a 3-person tent really limits your options.
Yeah, it was really a bummer this night.
Yeah, but I was going to say also, we'll share the videos and footage from Sonora Ridge with our Patreon people because holy moly, like it was beautiful.
Yeah, I was taking time for a while to make those trail log episodes with our audio. I think I'll just put the actual videos on Patreon. You know what? That's easier for me, and people get to see the actual footage too.
No, I think it should be Patreon.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
Oh.
I'll put the actual videos instead of just pulling the audio and making like a little episode out of it.
Yeah. That's a great idea.
Yeah.
So we got to this cute little nook. We found it. And it's getting dark. It's like turning into dusk almost. And we're like trying to find a spot. I remember that.
we find like a small little grove of these stunted trees. And there's nothing. We tried to find a spot big enough for a tent. Nothing. So we do continue on, and we see another larger patch of these trees ahead. And there's a figure that walks out of the trees and like steps on trail and
guess
starts
who it
waving.
is?
It's Bigfoot.
It was Bigfoot.
Beautiful Bigfoot.
Sweet Bigfoot. He was looking for us.
Yeah, it was actually Bigfoot and Mama Troll. And Mud Skipper was still like pitching his tent, getting ready and stuff.
Yeah.
But they had found some little secluded spots in the trees.
Grove. Yeah.
And with our big ass tent, we're just trying to find it's somewhere to accommodate us. So we're walking around this grove of trees and like trying to find a good spot. And I'm kicking rocks, seeing if I could like maybe make a flat area. And I go to the back of this grove and I'm kicking around trying to make a flat spot. And I kick someone's shit. Like fresh shit. You know who it was? It was Mud Skipper.
It was?
Yeah, that's why he was so late in pitching his tent.
He pooped right there? How do you know that was Mud Skipper?
They even said he pooped.
He didn't dig it very, very...
that shit was shallow.
It was like an inch.
I'm pretty sure it was Mud Skipper.
It was pretty fresh. I remember that. And he got it on his shoe. Wesley did.
Oh, I was so pissed.
He was so mad.
Wouldn't you be mad if you stepped in someone else's poop, though?
Yeah, and you couldn't get it off your shoe?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I'd be pissed. But we did eventually find a spot.
Yeah, like...
to camp in a cute little grove.
Like...
Right? Or it was right behind
it was
the
on
grove.
the edge of it.
Yeah, against the... Like, it was to shelter us from the wind. And we had to, like, kind of create a campsite.
Oh, my God. It took us literally an hour to flatten out this campsite.
Yes.
And there's nowhere to put tent stakes. So you're just putting piles of, like, tiny rocks on your tent stake. And sand. Yeah.
But it was pretty cozy, I will say.
And thank God, because
it got windy. Like you could hear the like hitting.
Sounds like a Viking sound.
It was because it was truly Sonora Pass feels like it got taken out of a Norwegian area and plopped into California. It was so wild. Like it was just so different than anything else in California.
Yeah.
You know, it was volcanic. It was.
It
was really cool. But that whole area was brutal.
Oh, it was brutal.
And the wind was just...
The storm just made it, like, that much more...
So the storm was hitting.
Epic, yeah.
Yeah, the storm was coming in. So we wake up the next morning. And we're like, fuck, we got to get out of here.
We didn't even set a timer. We just woke up because the wind was getting really bad.
So bad. And I was like, we got to get out of here.
Yeah, because it was, like, progressively getting worse. And you stick your head out the tent, and what should be the sun starting to rise...
We can't even see it.
Like way up in the distance, it's just like angry clouds.
It's just the dark and gloomy coming towards us, like
seriously,
like magic. That's
like magic.
That's not good magic. It's the bad magic.
So we begin
packing up fast,
and we can hear the other fellows kind of rummaging around too. We actually packed up. Believe it or not, we packed up before other people this time.
Probably because I was panicking.
Yeah, we packed up and we left first of all 5 of us.
Which is so rare, but it was probably because I was panicking.
And Bigfoot left with us.
This is because it looked like a thunderstorm coming, and you don't want to get stuck in alpine terrain in a thunderstorm. Like that is the worst place you could be. And we live in Colorado. So I'm over there like watching these dark clouds coming in. I'm like, babe, if there's lightning in those, we are screwed. Like we are fucked beyond belief. So we need to get the fuck out of here.
Definitely.
And so, yeah, we packed up real fast. I don't even think we ate breakfast. I think we ate a bar or something and we got out.
I think we ate it on the move.
I think we did.
And we are moving with Bigfoot. This is the first that we've
Sweet
hiked with just
Bigfoot.
Bigfoot.
Yeah, so Bigfoot came with us.
Yeah. And I'm glad he did because we had some pretty gnarly snowed over icy ridges that morning.
Dude, we had some sketchy ass stuff we should not. I remember we were like, we should not have given up our spikes.
No. Thank God someone had traversed it and pushed in footholds that had basically melted and froze.
Yeah, so we were like very slowly teetering through them, like carefully.
Yeah.
And then do you remember what we saw on the ridge?
What?
The weird ass bear can.
Oh yeah, the bear can that was completely full, and there was trekking poles near it, but there's no hiker there.
No hiker, no tent, nothing. Unless there was one on the other side that was cowboy camping, but we couldn't figure it out.
I walked around looking for someone,
That's
wondering
right.
if maybe they were just taking a poop.
Yeah, we were pretty concerned because we were like, "What is this?"
But there was nowhere to poop because it was a drop off.
It was a drop off on the other side.
Yeah.
And we were like, maybe it was a memorial for a hiker.
I mean, it was full of food.
Y'all, it was weird.
I don't know. So yeah, a big old bear vault full of food and a pair of trekking poles. It looked brand new, just sitting there.
It was so weird. Maybe they went far off to poop or something. I don't know.
Maybe. But they would have left the pack, right?
Unless they were scared someone would steal their pack, which did happen our year a couple times. So I don't know.
Yeah. Who knows?
But I do remember it was super sketchy getting off this ridge. We're just trying to get to Kennedy Meadows North. Like this felt like one of those moments. It's like Frodo and Bilbo. Oh my God, no. Frodo and Sam. When Frodo and Sam, let's just think of a very scary moment. What was the mountain?
Mount Doom?
Mount Doom.
When they're getting close to Mount Doom and the terrain gets really
sketchy,
desolate and sharp and aggressive.
Yeah. Not even that. I'm trying to think of, it's like the Bell Rock. Like they got to get out. It's the feeling of panic that you have to get out and you've got to get to safety feeling.
Uh-huh.
That was the feeling I was feeling that day. It was like, we have to get off this ridge and we have to get to safety.
That's fair.
And so I just remember we were all trying to move as quick as we could, you, me, and Bigfoot. And we move across this ridge. We finally get to the spot where you start to go down.
I have a video of it snowing sideways on us. So the sky finally lets loose.
Finally.
Yeah. Thank God it's not rain. I would rather be snowed on any day than rained on.
Yes, and there's no lightning to be seen at this point.
Yeah, it's just fucking black. And yeah, we have some cool videos from this day, so we'll put those up. But we continue on through this snowstorm. It does let up a little bit. The sky never lightens up at all. Bigfoot catches us, and we reach the area where we can see Sonora Pass. Again, it's a road, but there's about a mile between us and the road, and it's all downhill. There's no defined trail. There's no defined boot pack. It just looks like mayhem because there are footsteps going everywhere.
It's just carnage.
And we're like, well, we see where we have to be, but how do you get there?
And so, and here's the, I'm pretty sure I mentioned this last time, but I just feel like whoever started this trail first did not understand snow safety.
Blame Lucasor. Just blame Lucasor.
He probably did it. But they just didn't understand how to create a safe boot pack through the trail that didn't encounter some really sketchy ass shit. Because they just didn't know. I think in their brain it was like, get down. And if you're the first people out there, I'm just going to say this. If you're doing the PCT this year and you're the first people out there and you feel okay to do the snow, please, please, please create a boot pack that is safe for everyone else because they are going to follow it. No one wants to think about where to go. So if you're going to do a traverse, create a safe traverse boot pack. I know it feels like it'll take you a lot of time, but the hundreds, thousands of people coming behind you in the snow, they will thank you.
Yeah, be a hero.
Be the hero that no one knew about, like Wesley on Glen Pass our year.
all it would have taken is one good snow to wipe it out.
That's true. Then someone else would have done it. But in Sonora Pass, though, it was like every man for themselves. Like it was just, you could see boot pack. Like it was like 20 sets of boot packs going in different directions.
It's chaos.
It was mass chaos of boot packs. So we're like, we just got to get the fuck down this thing because we're in a snowstorm now at this point, and it's freezing, and we just want to get to town.
And you see what appears to be like the most trafficked pack, and I'm like, that looks sketchy as shit. I'm not about to take that.
I mean, it looks so unsafe with like jutted out rocks. Like we're talking about like super jutted rocks. And we have experience enough to know when you're glissading down a chute like that and you have no control, you can slam into a jutted rock and seriously injure yourself.
Yeah. I almost killed myself on Rainier. So
yeah, so we're not going to do that.
Yeah. But I mean, how do you even describe it? Imagine a giant wash downhill, and the terrain is completely uneven, and it's all snow covered.
And there is no trail.
And there's no trail, and you just got to get to a road. So you take what you think is the best path, and that's exactly what we did. So we continue down what seemed to be little patches of exposed rock, so we at least knew what was underneath our feet. So we traveled on that. Bigfoot caught up with us because he had stopped to like pee or something before. So it's the three of us going down. We have like 3/4 of a mile left to get to the road. And all of a sudden, out of nowhere, it's a drop.
There is a drop off.
Like, what do? You either turn around or you go down the drop.
And we're trying to figure out where the fuck did people go?
But the drop was snow covered. So we took a huge gamble.
We did.
And I sat on my ass.
Wesley took the gamble
first.
And
I slid down it. And boy, that chute was fast.
That was like a roller coaster ride.
We still have the video of a Bigfoot going, fuck yeah, that was fucking awesome.
Oh my God, it was amazing. We'll put that on Patreon too. Like all three of us went down and took video. I guess we didn't take a video of you though, but you took a video of me.
You were like, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit.
Yeah,
oh shit.
yeah. It was out of control. Like we glissaded out of control.
Yeah. It was a lot of fun.
It was not safe, but it was fun.
But once we got down that little chute, why is my arm in your mouth?
It's dinner time.
Once we got down that, it was smooth sailing to the road, though.
It was.
It's kind of like choose your own path type of situation.
Choose your adventure.
But you get to the road, which is, again, Sonora Pass. And this is where you try and get your old hitch into Kennedy Meadows North. So there's a Kennedy North and there's a Kennedy South. And Kennedy North is the quote-unquote end of the Sierras. And there's a little box down there.
It was a cute little
at the
box.
road. It's like a help you get a hitch box, basically.
And so they had like cute little glasses, or like imagine I'm trying to think of fun little things you get when you're in a picture booth, and you do funny pictures.
A photo booth, yeah.
A photo booth, and you have funny pictures where you put on the feather boa, and you put on the crown, you put on the glasses. Like this is literally what was in this box. And then there were posters. They would say stuff like PCT hiker or something.
PCT hiker to Kennedy Meadows.
Yeah.
And stuff like that.
Thank you, whoever did that.
So I put on some flower glasses, and I stuck
that leg out.
That Yeti leg out. And we got a hitch.
Sure enough, we got a hitch we were known on the trail at that point for getting hitches.
Yeah. We got a hitch right after we'd gotten to the road, and Bigfoot literally laid down in the middle of the highway
and kissed the asphalt. Because he was so happy we were on dry ground.
Yes.
Just to give you a perspective of that chute. It was a chute, literally. What was it, like an 800,000 foot drop? Like you're just trying to get dropped down into the road. It was terrifying.
The whole thing, yeah.
Yeah. And so, it was hilarious when we all got... I think we have a video of him kissing the road, too.
I do.
Yeah. We'll put that on there as well.
So the hitch picked us up, like, just in time, too. Mm-hmm. It was this guy...
Because the heavens opened up.
Yeah, it was this guy who is in a rental, and he let us in the cab of the truck, didn't he?
Yeah.
Were we in the cab? Yeah.
Yeah.
We were in the cab, and then it starts raining.
Mm-hmm. I mean, it poured.
Yeah. And thank God we made it because I hate being wet.
Can you imagine all the people behind us who were soaking wet? We talked to them too once they got to Kennedy Meadows North, and they were like, it sucked.
It had to have sucked.
We were like, man, the gods of the weather were on our side.
in Kennedy Meadows North, to give you all an idea of what it is, so it takes probably 20 minutes to drive there from where you get your hitch on Sonora Pass.
But it's the closest area.
It's the closest
It's not
thing.
a town.
No, it's not a town. It's a campground.
Yeah.
It is a campground, and there is like a general store and a restaurant.
Yes.
And that's what it is. The highlights of the rest of this day are just Bigfoot recounting his glissade, how many breakfasts he ate.
We had breakfast when we got there because we got there in the morning because we left so fucking early.
He got about 4 different breakfasts.
Like, we learned that Bigfoot eats a lot of food, and he's not a
skinny
big
as a
guy.
rail.
Like, he's skinny. Like, he's not a big guy. Like, he's tall,
Yeah.
but he has nothing on him.
No.
And yet he is eating, and he was joking about it too. He was like, yeah, I'm going to probably eat like 4 plates of pancakes.
Yeah.
And he did.
And he ate 4 plates of pancakes. And this is all while... Yes, Loba.
There's Loba. It's dinner time in her world.
And this is all while we're trying to figure out what we're going to do. Because we really wanted one of the little cabins at this campground area.
Yes. Oh, yeah. They had these cute little cabins. They had like a hotel type of thing, but it wasn't a hotel.
Yeah.
It was more like a hostel. And then they had tent sites.
Yeah. So
but it was raining.
So they have like a hostel building with your own little rooms, and you have individual cabins, and then you have campsites. But it was raining. So this particular night, we got a room, but it's while Bigfoot's
She
eating
made
one of his...
an exception for us, though, because I started crying.
While Bigfoot's eating one of his 4 breakfasts, you go to the front desk and start crying.
Well, it was because she said she had nothing, and we'd have to have a tent site. And I started crying.
You started crying.
Because I was like, it's raining. We've been out in the cold. It was a really hard mental 2 days. And I don't mean to cry. I'm just tearing up because she said they had no room in the inn. Literally. Like, she's like, I'm sorry, we're fully booked. And I'm like, Jesus. Oh, okay. Or no, maybe it was that she was like, you have to share a room with other hikers. That's what it was. Because I was like, we're a married couple. And I'm like, do you have any private rooms? And she's like, we don't. And I think I'm like tearing up at this point because I'm just like, I need privacy. And we had like with our own bathroom kind of feeling. And
yeah.
So I'm tearing up and I'm like, okay. And so I go back to breakfast and I eat breakfast with all of them. And I'm just like, okay, we're going to deal with it. It's fine. Like, we'll just stay in a room with other hikers, I think, or get a tent site. I can't remember which one it was, but to me, it was devastating.
Yeah.
So then we go back up.
Well, this is really a huge communal area. So you've got the general store, and then you've got to the right of that the main lobby, and then to the right of that you have the restaurant. But you have to go into the main lobby to like leave or enter any of the above, or get to the lodging. That's kind of like hostel-ish.
And also, this is not just through hikers. These are people that live there that are staying there. They have like cute little campground sites. Like, they have cabins booked with their families and kids.
There's a thru hiker tent in the back.
Yeah, this is a big area that's not just for thru hikers. This is like a communal area for all, 100-mile around the perimeter area.
Yeah. You just made that up.
I did, but it's a lot of people traveled to this area to vacation for their summer.
They do.
Yeah. To give you a perspective.
No, that was a good perspective because we're around a bunch of Cotton World folks.
Yeah. But we go back to the spot where that sweet woman was.
Well, we finish our breakfast and we have to walk out of the restaurant and back into the main lobby. And the sweet woman at the front desk is like, hey, we got you a room.
She's like, I hated seeing you cry.
So we got you your own little cabin. Not tonight, but tomorrow night.
And then she got us our own little room, too.
Yeah, for that night.
She did. She got us our own little private room. She's like, so I actually switched someone. She switched someone.
Good for her. Sweet woman gave us the separate room that night, hooked us up with a cabin for the next night, which we'll get into for the next week 14.
Yeah.
But I think what I remember about this day after breakfast and getting our little separate room up there and getting our resupply is that Bigfoot and Marma and God, I always call him Marma.
Because of how he said
Yeah,
it. Mama
Bigfoot
troll.
and Mama Troll had a room just across the hall, and I happened to stumble in there, and Mama Troll was doing a shakedown hike with Bigfoot,
It was the funniest shit.
and he made him get rid of his sealskin socks. And you know what he told him to use instead? Ziploc bags.
Because Bigfoot was talking about how his spine, like he couldn't handle the weight of his pack, and he was messing with his back. And so Mama Troll was trying to find a way to help him lighten his load and lighten his weight. So Mama Troll's like thinking of the most jerry-rigged way to do.
But he helped him get the weight down.
He did, and Bigfoot, he did the Ziplocs. He ended up doing the Ziplocs.
And we have a picture of that.
And it's really funny because he ended up using them. Oh my God. Yeah. We should do Ziploc sometime, babe, if we really want to get our pack down.
No.
No?
I will never do that.
Never?
That feels horrible.
Does that feel like a death sentence? Oh, Loba's licking my face. Okay. Oh, here she goes. She is not happy. She's like, it's dinner time. What is wrong with you people?
I wish
Okay,
you could see the face.
I know. I guess wrapping up, this is our week 13 because I want to talk about the environmental corner. I am very passionate about what's happening in our society right now. I think it's important for people to know.
Yeah.
But that is our week 13. It was quite a fun week.
Yeah. So stay tuned for the next episode of our podcast, which
Week
will be week 14,
14.
where we finally get out of the Sierra section.
And we end up in Lake Tahoe,
Lake Tahoe.
which is gorgeous.
Yeah.
Yes, but transitioning us. Oh, here she goes. She wants to go outside. Well, let's let her out.
Let me let
then.
her out.
Okay. She's like, give me the balcony then if you're not going to feed me. There she goes. She's like, but she's going to bark. I wouldn't close it completely. I'd just crack it so that she can feel like she's close to us. It is snowing right now in Breckenridge. It's probably why she's also going crazy.
It's been snowing all day.
All day. We're probably going to get 1.5 feet this stretch. Maybe more. Who knows?
Yeah.
We need it. So now this starts our first ever environmental corner. So what do you want to talk about with the environmental corner today?
Well, I think we need to talk about this new executive order that was issued. Who knows if it's going to pass? It probably will. Calling for an energy crisis in the United States and therefore allowance to do more aggressive timber harvesting than normal.
Which, by the way, we don't have an energy crisis. We are one of the greatest countries in the world for oil and gas. So we actually don't need it. Just, preface.
Yeah, yeah. What a fucking joke. But anyways, yeah, calls for more timber harvesting on the account of, this is straight from the White House's executive order that was, as it was written, the fact that timber is used not only for construction and building new lodging and businesses, but also as a fuel source. And let's be honest, we use more fossil fuel than timber, first of all, for fuel. Very few people still use it. I mean, yes, there are fireplaces, but largely it's used for products that we use on a day-to-day basis. Toilet paper, paper towels, cardboard. Timber is definitely used in construction and things like that, but
Which you, Wesley, worked in the timber forest service department last year.
I did, yeah. And so what is really mind-boggling to me is that there was a massive layoff of Forest Service employees, some 2,000 to 3,400. I don't know the exact number, but one of the main departments in the Forest Service for each region is going to be the timber department. And you have people in sales, and you have people who are more on the technician side. So folks who not only climb trees to gather cones to plant and basically grow new trees, but you have foresters who are assessing areas that have burned or already been harvested for timber to see if they're regrowing or if they need to be planted. And then you have folks like me who, with a couple of other folks, we would go out and assess a lot of these areas, but we also did painting. So we would paint timber sales that were already established so that loggers could come out and basically know the zone and boundary trees of what trees could be harvested for sale. And with a huge reduction in Forest Service employees, I find it hard to believe that we're going to increase timber harvesting in areas that are on national forests, and I mean also other types of public land is what it sounds like. Who knows
Like
exactly what this
BLM.
executive order
Yeah.
entails? Yeah.
Do you think, though, that he'll give money to that? Because that would actually, quote unquote, give what he thinks. Do you know what I mean? Like it's giving funding to that.
I don't know, because you don't really make a whole lot from timber sales.
Do you think he'll raise the price?
I don't know. I mean, honestly, I think he probably has some buddies who are in big timber or big whatever industry, big toilet paper, whatever you want to call it, but some type of wood industry or timber industry. And I think this is just another excuse to, suck on the tit of capitalism and try and make good on promises he's made to some of his friends who probably supported his campaigning.
Which, two things, it's wild. You called this before Trump ever got president. You were like, well, out of all the things in the Forest Service, he'll probably capitalize on timber.
Of
Because
course.
it's the only area in which the Forest Service makes money versus also National Parks makes money.
Definitely.
But Forest Service or the USFS, it's the only place they actually give money back to the government. Correct?
Not true.
No?
Well, the national parks,
Minus the national parks.
also the Forest Service. There are a lot of campgrounds in the Forest Service, and a lot of it tends to be voluntary self-payment for campsites and things
So
like that.
people don't really enforce it probably a lot of times.
So it's not heavily enforced, at least not where I worked, but I would see them in rooms counting cash that they had gotten for people who paid for campsites. So,
Okay, so there is that, the campgrounds.
yeah, I'm not sure what % of that actually goes to the actual
Federal government.
federal government versus the office that collected the money.
Okay.
Yeah, I was never really too privy on the finances.
But timber feels like the one area in which we know that timber companies give money to the federal government, though. Like, I didn't know that until you told me that.
Well, yeah, so the way that it works is you have a national forest and you've got all these trees. National Forest designates like a chunk of trees to sell to a logging company. The ones that I saw were like all independent logging companies, it seemed like. But the company will go out and they will pay the Forest Service to log this area. The logging company covers its own expenses, and then they turn around, and once they've harvested the trees, they sell them at an upscaled price.
And the price, though, that the government was charging was
It was a lot smaller than what I had anticipated.
dirt cheap.
Yeah, I don't know the specific numbers exactly, but it was smaller than I anticipated.
What I thought there was some areas, though, where you told me that logging companies wouldn't even pick it up sometimes.
Not usually areas, but there are certain trees that are basically they don't have a dollar amount, so they would just cut them down. Like
They
aspen,
just cut them down.
like aspen trees. They were kind of just obstacles in the way.
So they'll just cut them down and say, hey, if you want them, you can have them.
No, they just leave them. So like the
Oh, sorry. Oh,
yeah, they would
okay,
just cut
that's
them
what you
down
meant.
typically. Yeah.
So you never had, because I thought you said there was, okay, I may get this all wrong in my head, but I thought you said there were sections where you could say, hey, this is an area in which you can have it and people may not grab it.
That doesn't make any sense to me.
Like the Forest Service may say, hey, this is an area in which you can take trees and we will designate this area. But the lumber company may say, we don't care. We don't want those trees or whatever, but it's still a area.
Well, it's like a film job. If nobody places a bid on the job, then no one gets it.
Right. But do the trees still stand or are they cut down?
The Forest Service is not a logging company.
Okay, so they don't cut the trees down.
No, the Forest Service will go out with chainsaws and like maintain areas, and especially the fire team, they'll go out and create breaks as best they can sometimes, but Yeah, the Forest Service is not out there in logging trucks.
Okay, they're just putting like actual like X's or whatever saying, "Hey, this is the spot where you can log."
So the Forest Service designates the area of trees that can be cut. They paint them,
Okay.
and then I don't want to use the word oversee, but they
help
ensure
ensure,
that the
okay.
logging companies are staying true to the contract for harvesting trees.
Okay.
Now,
So they
imagine
hold them accountable.
Now imagine this whole process with less people.
So they hold them accountable.
Yes. Now imagine the whole process with less people.
So I was reading today that another thing that they are doing is they are bypassing areas in which they could be endangered species now.
So all the other departments that I worked with think soils, think water, think wildlife.
So the grosshogs.
So these other departments chip away at the total number of trees that can be harvested a lot of times, because say the wildlife biologist goes out into the middle of a timber sale and sees a goshawk nest right there. Well, he has to set a buffer around that tree that cannot be harvested.
Because why?
Because the goshawk is a protected species under the Endangered Species Act.
Because they like to build their nest in stupid areas.
A lot of times. But the Endangered Species Act is being
to protect them,
yeah, to protect not only animals but also plants as well. And it's basically being overlooked and disregarded right now.
So pretty much they're passing an order where it doesn't even care. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
You don't need any of that.
Yeah.
So logging companies can just come in and ransack an entire area.
I don't know how it's going to look.
Yeah.
But
that's my assumption.
This is the Endangered Species Act of 1973. So it's been done this way, and these animals have been protected.
And now, who knows what's going to happen this year? Like, it's going to be like Fern Gully times 10, sadly. Like, I'm like sad actually saying that.
And I don't know what that's going to look like, but
I feel like I do.
Yeah.
Because after the last 6 weeks, I'm like, yeah, we're fucked.
But I think really all that this administration is currently seeing is a dollar sign. And those that don't see the dollar sign are just scared shitless to confront those that see dollar signs because they don't want to get fired.
Yeah.
Or they're yes people.
Yeah. And we're really, pulling sources from areas that care about our national parks, our forests, our USFS, our BLM land. Like this is where we are finding our sources and our information, because that's a big part of what we care about. Is we want to protect what we have. We love hiking. We love backpacking through these areas. We want to leave no trace. We want to protect what we have. And the fact that we live in a country that has decided that it doesn't matter.
Well, hell, I got the information from The Guardian originally, and then I went and looked at the White House executive order.
The actual White House briefing, yeah.
Yeah, the actual White House briefing.
Yeah.
So that's not a bias.
No.
That's what they're doing, and it's bullshit. Yeah. It's bullshit.
Yeah, they're caring more about the almighty dollar, the quote unquote "Make America First Again."
Yeah, and there is no foresight in increasing the amount of timber harvest. No foresight at all.
No.
It's the immediate dollar sign, and it's to do what the fuck I want when I want to do it type of mentality.
Versus thinking about the ecosystems that are going to be a repercussion from all of this.
Well, think about one tree cut down. It took that tree 50 to 100 years to grow that tall, to be harvested and to be usable for, say, a log cabin.
And it may not even ever be used.
And it would probably be used if it's harvested, honestly.
Really?
But one tree, 50 to 100 years to grow to a harvestable size, depending on the tree, and you cut it down.
That's so sad to me.
And so it's
older than we are.
And so if you're going around touting the false claim that trees are a renewable resource, you're a fucking liar, because trees are only renewable if we allow them to be renewed. But if we continue to cut them down at a rate that they cannot regrow, look at it in terms of economics. You have supply and demand. If the demand for trees is higher than they can regrow, then eventually you'll run out at some point.
So we're fucked if they just ransack this year and the next year on trees.
Well, yeah, and the beauty of trees are that they are huge carbon sinks. So we have this really nebulous concept called global warming, which seems like 50% of the population believes in and the other half doesn't. So global warming is the total dispersed increased temperature of our planet in degrees centigrade. So as the planet increases in temperature, things get hotter, droughts more prevalent. And then you see these other things, which is climate change. So climate change is on more of a regional and a local level.
And you were saying that could be sporadic. It doesn't have to be hot.
Climate change does not have to be hot. Climate change can be anything from hot temperature to increased drought in an area to what did we see on the East Coast this year? Really crazy
Floods.
hurricanes and flooding.
And
which
then
is
now
completely
fires.
atypical, and now fires. We saw Florida with fucking snow. Louisiana with snow. This is all a result of climate change. So climate change is a result of global warming. And trees, the sweet trees, are one of the biggest carbon sinks on the planet. And so what that means is carbon dioxide is the biggest contributor to global warming. It is a byproduct of, combustion of fossil fuels, emissions, even natural processes like respiration, things like that.
What does that mean, respiration?
Like little microbes in the soil eating things and digesting them.
Oh,
we do respiration. You fart, you're letting out gas.
Okay, so that's bad. It's not good.
Well, I mean, it's a natural process.
It's a natural process, but the overwhelming amount of what's happening is not good.
Yeah.
Okay.
And there are other things that contribute to greenhouse gas accumulation, but CO2 is the biggest. Methane is another bad one. Aerosols, both good and bad.
But now, so the trees kind of counterbalance that, is what you're saying.
Well, the trees absorb atmospheric CO2 and store it in the tissue that you can see. So like in the trunk and the limbs and the leaves, but also a large part, in some trees, even more than their above ground biomass is stored in the roots. So down in the soil. And not only do trees store carbon, but also trees reflect a little bit of sunlight, which would otherwise hit darker colored soil and increase warmth of that area. And they also provide shade, which cools things down, especially watersheds. So you cut down a lot of trees near a watershed, that water gets hotter and it's uninhabitable to some species that would otherwise live in it.
So when we have like fires,
yeah,
on a scale like we are in our country,
it completely changes the landscapes.
And they're not going to grow back in the time period we need.
No, we need more immediate results than 50 to 100 year tree regrowth.
So now by saying we need to cut down more trees for timber,
because we have an energy crisis, is stupid.
Quote unquote.
And I do want to preface with this. So 2 things. First of all, young trees do not store as much carbon as big, old, tall, grand trees. So old growth forests, way bigger carbon sinks than like new, rapidly growing forests. And secondly, I did want to say that, yes, creating some fire breaks and cutting down some trees are good ways to prevent
like prescribed burns.
No, not that.
Okay.
Not yet.
Sorry.
But prescribed burns are also good too. But like creating fire breaks between, say, a neighborhood and a forest that's like right up a butt to the neighborhood. That's a good way to save not only the houses, but maybe other stretches of forest as well. But I don't think that's what we're seeing, because those are typically fairly thin. And I think we're going to see large swaths of trees cut down. And if you ever want to reduce the risk of fire, in addition to fire breaks, you can do prescribed burns.
Which we saw a lot on the Arizona
Which
Trail.
we saw a lot.
And it was interesting, too. Didn't we see at one point, it was like a timber company had been there, but they abandoned a lot of the trees that were there? Because I remember going, holy shit, there's a lot of down trees here. And you went, yeah, it looks like a timber sale.
But there were active trucks out there. So
No. I'm talking about one before that.
Don't remember it.
It was before we hit Grand Canyon, when there was a ton of trees down. And there was a fire area around there, too. But there were a ton of trees down. But I could have sworn I remember you saying, oh, this is probably a timber sale where they didn't pick up all the trees.
I don't think I would have said that. Cause
really?
If they took the time to come out and cut the trees down, they would
They
either
would
take
cut them all?
or if they were not like usable, then they would pile them for like a burn.
Really? The timber companies would do that?
Well, yeah, if the trees are too thin and they can't be used.
But what about the aspen? Do they just leave them where they are, or do they pile them up?
I mean, it depends. You leave slash piles, but slash piles can only be so tall because otherwise they're regulated in the agreements
Okay.
that they need to be piled up.
Okay.
Because if they're too tall, then it's a fire hazard once again because you're introducing a lot of fuel back into that area to be
Right.
burned.
Which we saw in California a lot.
Yeah.
It makes me wonder, though, if the timber companies aren't being held accountable, because I swear to God, we saw a lot of downed trees that were not being picked up.
Yeah. I don't know. But I think the moral of all of this is that we don't need to be cutting down more trees than we already are because we're already at an almost unsustainable rate.
And we need to be regulating where they can cut down trees.
Yeah, like you can't just go into a national park. I guess you can now because
Well,
the government can
apparently
do whatever the
can.
fuck it wants.
Yeah, who
You can't-
cares about law?
But as it stands, you can't just go into a national forest, national park, national monument and cut down whenever you want.
So it has to be BLM.
Or BLM. I mean, it's whoever's
Well, that's what I'm
governing those
saying.
agencies.
So BLM might be like free game right now.
No, it's whoever's governing the agencies has to allow those trees to be logged.
Wait, so who's governing the agency, though, of BLM?
The BLM.
The Bureau of Land Management.
Yes.
But that means who? Is that federal?
Yeah.
Is National Forest federal?
They're all federal agencies.
Public lands is federal. So that means they can go in now if this order passes.
I guess.
Well,
Who
let's hope
knows?
that Colorado isn't decimated by it.
Yeah. So moral of all this, trees are good. Trees help us keep our planet cool. So cut down trees. I don't even know what half the justification is here, but yeah, trees are
Yeah.
necessary. If you cut them down, you lose a lot of biodiversity. Everything gets hotter quicker,
And carbon.
more carbon emissions, and it's just a bad situation. So don't
Yeah.
use paper towels and use single-ply toilet paper.
Yeah, apparently, so when Wesley and I met, he was just using towels. It says
Yeah.
clean up, no paper towels. And we use recycled toilet paper. But he's converted me. I don't
Yeah.
use paper towels, and I don't use just toilet paper. I use recycled toilet paper that's thin,
Yeah.
and I use towels as my cleanup for kitchens. But the reason why we want to do this environmental corner is because we really feel like it's very important to talk about what's happening right now and to also explain why this is so important, why we
Yeah.
need to protect the environment, why we need to protect the innocent, because these animals, these trees, these plants are innocent. They are innocent from what we are doing to them. And God have mercy on our soul for what we're doing to them, honestly. We really care about this. We're very passionate about it. So if you have any questions about the environment or anything that's happening that's relevant, please send it our way. Wesley's got a plethora of knowledge.
And if I don't know anything about it,
We'll
I can
find
look
out.
it up and I can break it down into very simple terms for you.
We can also bring in someone that knows this too and have an interview with them when it comes to the environment and why it's so important and valuable to our process, ecosystems, why they're so important, global warming, climate change.
Yeah.
Why are all these things so important? Because they
Yeah.
are. So thanks everybody for listening. We really appreciate all of you. To wrap us up,
Should we wrap up?
yes.
Well, thanks AJ for being an awesome editor and for editing our podcast episodes. Along with
AJ,
Charlotte.
shout out to AJ for this episode specifically, and also our other editor, Charlotte. Thank you, Charlotte.
Yeah, y'all are both amazing. Thank you so much.
We really appreciate all that you do for us. Thank you.
Yes.
And also thank you so much for the Fire Once Lost for intro and outro, the Appalachian Trail. If you want to check out more of his music, I know he did drop some new music, so
Yes.
check it out.
Anything
And
else?
if you have any questions or thoughts or comments, please email us at yetiwalksintobasecamp@gmail.com.
Yeah, we would love to hear from you.
Yes, we would. It always makes my heart happy when I hear from our listeners.
Yeah, and we'll have, whenever we have another question or a few, we'll have another listener question segment in our next episode.
Yes. I've been thinking also, I'm just going to drop this in there for those who are still listening. I've been thinking about doing a burning questions about couples on trail. So if you're intrigued or curious or have any questions about being a couple on trail, what does it look like to be, I'm talking raw, authentic, ask us about our sex life, ask us about the real questions. What does an argument look like on trail? Like, seriously, we want you to ask us the questions because we don't know what you want to know. So ask us questions, and maybe we'll do a burning questions at some point, interrupt the episodes, and talk about the real nitty gritty of being a couple in the dirt.
Yeah. Speaking of dirt,
I don't know.
you know where I'm going with this?
I don't actually. Oh, yes, I do. What am I saying?
You know, there's these things called trails, usually long paths of dirt.
Loba, are you ready?
Whenever you see other people on these long paths of
Here
dirt.
we go, Loba. Are you
in
going to
the
bark
middle of
with me?
nowhere.
Are you ready? Come here. Come here. Ready?
I'm sure they'll tell you that you're almost there. But whenever they say you're almost there and you
Are you
don't
hungry?
actually believe them,
Ready?
you should tell them,
Ready? Roo, 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 roo.
happy trails.
Happy trails. Loba's licking me. Are you ready for dinner? I was hoping she'd bark. Okay. Thanks, you guys. Happy trails.